Hola, Rosa, can you hear me? Rosa? Hello? Hello, hello?
Hola, hola.
Ah,
Ciao.
hello. Um,
Hey.
I am seeing a problem because I cannot hear you from my headphones. Do you know why?
Have you activated the Bluetooth options? The Bluetooth?
I did before, but like it was working in WhatsApp, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not working here. That's so weird. Let me see if I can do something. Ta, 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 ta. No, maybe no. I don't know why. That's very weird.
Hmm.
Um, can you hear me well?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
do.
I won't use the earplugs. Let me just turn off the the Bluetooth.
Okay.
Here we are. Ciao, che
Here we
tal?
are. So glad to be here with you.
Sì, io
And
ti
we made it. Yes,
Sì.
we we got to meet for this live.
Che
And
bien. Super happy to be here with you.
yes, me too. Looking forward to speaking about the topics we've been preparing, and so glad to share this time with you.
See, me too.
So yeah,
Yeah. So maybe we can start. Um, we can just specify the fact that the live session will last for about 25 minutes, and then we will have a 5 minutes of Q&A at the end if there are any questions, and then we have a short advertisement to propose, and then a small surprise at the very end, but we won't say anything now. So,
yeah, yeah,
yay!
yeah. Yay! Surprise!
Yay! So let's just specify where we are calling from. So where are you right now, Rosa?
So I'm in Madrid, Spain, and
Mhm.
today is a rainy autumn day. And
I
you?
cannot believe it. I cannot believe it in Madrid.
Yes, yes, finally.
I'm in Piacenza. It's in the north of Italy. It's a quite small city in the north of Italy, and here the weather is still okay, considering that we are mid-October. So it's not raining for the moment. I hope it will last for a long time.
Mm. We need the rain. We need that it rains here in Spain. It's too
Oh,
dry.
yeah, yeah, I remember.
Yes.
Okay, then let's go.
Let's start.
Mhm.
So, well, it's really a pleasure to be here with you, and I want to introduce the topic of today. It's or the title of our session is Home Earth Self. So, three different words to talk about similar things, but not exactly the same, right?
Yeah.
And well, it's interesting to know how did you choose the title of this live session, and
Mhm.
tell us a bit more. How did you get to choose this title?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the concept of feeling home has always been quite important to me. I noticed that, for example, I can still remember the feeling about my grandma's house. Can you imagine? Like I can still smell the same perfumes, or I really like to think about the warmth that I felt over there. And I always created this feeling in all the apartments I had in my life right now. So the fact of feeling home and building a strong tie was very important to me. I would like to quote an Italian philosopher called Emanuele Coccia. He wrote a fantastic book called Philosophy of the House. And so in the book, he says that when you live in an apartment, when you live in a house, you develop such strong ties with the place you live in, with the things you have there, with the people that live with you, that it's almost like breathing. Happiness and breath are connected. And I very much link to what he says. And how did I link it to the rest? Well, the word ecology. Ecology means it is the study of the relationships between the human beings and the environment. And actually, if you think about the word ecology, comes from Greek oikos, that means house. And so I was reading this book recently, a very interesting book called Internal Ecology. It's written by two authors. One is a biologist, he's called Daniel Lumera, and one is a doctor, Immaculata De Vivo. And they actually said that there is a strong connection between us as individuals and the environment around us. They said that there is evidence that the way we are and we feel inside has a strong impact outside. So this is why I was interested in, exploring this connection. What do you think about it?
Yeah. Well, I'm convinced that there is this connection exists, and it's so related to the topics in which I'm working right now, related to the concept of sustainability. And the common house is the planet, no? Our common house. But at the same time, our own body is our own house, right? Mm-hmm. And I believe that the origin of the current situation that we have in the environment, the climate change, and different problems that we are suffering regarding global warming, for example, the origin comes from within ourselves, because it is the thoughts and the feelings and the emotions and what we cultivate within ourselves, that's what actually can make an impact in the outside. And if we cultivate not the right things, then it can have an impact outside. So if we don't have very clear and well established or principles and values, then all the rest, starting by yourself, will suffer the consequences. So I am convinced that sorry, there is a lack of balance in these thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and the way that we are cultivating ourselves, that is having an impact, and we need to make something about it, right? Mm-hmm. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, I very much agree with you. I mean, we already discussed it, and I agree with you. And now I'm interested. I mean, I already know it, but I'm sure that our participants are also interested. What do you do specifically in the field of sustainability, and how did you develop this passion?
Well, thank you very much for this for this question and invitation to share with you this experience. Well, I'm right now starting to work since some time, since a few months, as a consultant on sustainability, and this has been a discovery that it wasn't from one day to the other. It has been this interest and this concern about the environment has been present in my life since I was a little girl. And I was educated in the respect to the environment. And this was something that was part of me, no? Was part of my education. And throughout my life, I was some way trying to find a way to dedicate more time to this value, to this principle of taking care and protecting nature, protecting animal life in some way. But the more I grow, the more I realize it is by starting by us, by people, by individuals, the way in which we really can make a change in the current situation. So it started like something natural, like something I learned from my parents. And then I started to realize, while, for example, I was living in Belgium for some years, when we met there in Brussels, and I saw other ways of relating to the environment, more concerned, more committed with the environment. So I thought it would be really nice, it would be great if I could bring these findings, these learnings to my country and apply it some way. So is this the way in which I came to the point where I'm now? And as I said, it starts by the mind, and this connects directly with you, because how do you contribute to these principles from your side, from the field in which you are working since some time already?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Well, first of all, I really like two words you used. You said, you mentioned care and respect. And I very much agree with you. And I actually translate and use these words in the individual word, because I am a life and career coach. So I accompany people to start a journey. You mentioned also the fact of a journey, the fact of a process, and I actually accompany clients to match with their life missions. To me, it has always been very important to find my life mission, to know why I'm here and why I do what I do. And so I realized that I wanted to offer also this opportunity to others. I like to see myself as a sort of Tinder for yourself, like I support you to match with your life mission, because I think that the more individuals get close to themselves and align with themselves and with their values, and the less they will feel frustrated, or they will increase anger or resentment, and their quality of life will improve. I actually like to call myself a sort of internal street sweeper, those people who clean the streets. Well, I see myself as someone who cleans the internal streets, the internal house, the internal environment. And yeah, I like to support people to become aware of the way they function, of become aware of the way they think, they feel, they perceive the world, and I like to offer them a different perspective.
Wow. Okay, so that's a very clear image, no? The street sweeper. But how do you do that? Because it's not evident. How do you do to clean something that you cannot touch? Something that is in your mind, in the way you think, in your values, in your principles, in your limiting beliefs. Tell us a bit more. How can you do that?
Well, I actually organize individual sessions or group sessions, and I ask questions to clients. So, actually, I work in three directions, not only from a rational point of view, so not only asking questions, but also involving other dimensions such as the body or the spirit. Now I'll tell you more about it. So first of all, when I said I ask questions, it's because coaching is based on questions. We don't realize that we often take for granted many beliefs or many values or many ideas that we actually developed since we were young in our families or in the context we grew in. And so we bring them with us, but sometimes they don't work for us. And so that's why we need to find the right system of beliefs and values that is right for us. And so, thanks to my questions, I support clients to investigate themselves, to ask themselves, like, am I happy of what I do? Am I happy of my life right now? Or is there anything I could do? And so the mind is one of the core areas of my work. But there is also the physical one and the spiritual one. The physical one is more linked to, for example, I encourage clients to feel. It might seem quite obvious, but it's not. We're often disconnected from our bodies. So often our mind is disconnected from what happens everywhere else. So by proposing some exercises, for example, linked to somatic coaching, or I use breathing techniques, or I use meditation techniques, then I really accompany clients to touch the way they function from a physical point of view. And of course, I try to share my habits, for example, my eating habits, like I try to have a sort of healthy lifestyle. And since now it's more than evident that some disease, like, for example, cancer, are caused by lifestyle, then I try to encourage and to spread some messages about how important it is to have a certain lifestyle. And then the last dimension is the spiritual one. When I use the word spiritual, people are a little bit thoughtful, and they hesitate because some people associate it with religion, but actually it has nothing to do with religion, To me, spiritual means to touch your deeper dimension, to go to the why of your life. Like, why am I here? What is my mission on this earth? Why am I doing what I do? And so once you touch the why, then the real change can start, because we think that we have certain type of problems, but actually these are only practical issues, and we are all able to solve our practical issues. But when you really go to the why, then when you touch that dimension, the real change can start in the person.
Yeah, that's a lot of different dimensions to take into consideration. It sounds like a very like a work that has to take some time. It's complex in some way, but at the same time, it always helps to have a person who is guiding, having an external person who knows how to guide another person. It's proven that it has positive effects. We know in these days that coaching techniques are very effective to get many different types of objectives. So it's very interesting also what you mentioned about meditation. I am completely convinced and I love practicing meditation. So I know that having these habits, it's good. It's good for people. And it's so important to have this knowledge, this willingness to know more about ourselves, and as you said, not living in a way that we are disconnected from our bodies, because it makes no sense. No, it's not everything about reasoning. No, it's we are much more than thoughts.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? The body has a memory. It means that many times your body carries emotions or traumas or episodes that you maybe forgot or that you processed in a rational way, but your body remembers and it holds what you have inside somewhere. And you know, it's not by chance that some of us have, like, I don't know, back pain or stomach pain, or they are very much linked to something deeper, you know.
I see. So it's very interesting, and I would like to know how all this that you share with me, all this journey that you are still, let's say, some way transitioning, and how all this impacted on your relation with the external world. Did it change these discoveries? Did it change the way in which you relate with the outside?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the more I dig into myself and the more I felt open towards others. Because, you know, many times we have, for example, if we have feelings such as anger or resentment, we feel we don't want to connect with others. You know, we tend to close, we tend to hide. While the more you dig into yourself and the more you try to clean, you know, those parts of yourself that that are actually dirty or toxic, you become more open. You become more like you want to bring outside yourself feelings such as empathy, compassion, kindness, and this is what makes the difference, you know. While if you stay in your toxicities, you will spread around you energies like full of anger or full of frustration, or I don't know if you ever felt it, but to me it happens, you know. Sometimes you meet people and you can perceive what they carry with them, and you can immediately feel if this is going to be this is going to have a positive effect on you or not. So that's why to me it was very important also to do this kind of journey inside myself.
I also realized recently, because I learned it from another person, that when we meet somebody physically, there is this mixing of energies. No, is as you said, it's not only our body and, let's say, what we have normally, but also we also have our energies, this part of us that is not visible but is there. And as you said, there are sometimes when we meet somebody and suddenly we feel like maybe uncomfortable for some reason, and it's like there is something that is not working, or maybe the opposite. You meet somebody and there is like a connection, and I learned recently that it's partly due to the energy that is connecting. The energies of the two people are connecting. So it's kind of fascinating to imagine this exchange of energies, right? Because you cannot see it, but it's there, right?
Definitely.
And all these things that you were talking about that we bring in our backpacks, right, from previous generations and from our families, and all these things that maybe you can think rationally, what? No, it's not, no, I don't think I have that. But we do, all of us have it, right? Because we come from somewhere. So it's in our DNA. I mean, it's part of us.
Definitely.
So that you have told us that you are life and career coach and that you are concerned about the environment and about how to live in a more sustainable and ecological way. I would like to ask you, what are the ingredients for an ecological life and how to build it?
Yeah, well, it's an interesting question also because it will allow me the opportunity to compare them with your ingredients. And so you will be able to explain us what you do, you know. Well, personally, I think that the ingredients for an ecological life from an internal point of view are a change in your mindset. The way you reprogram your mind by, for example, practicing meditation will make your mind clean and it will make your whole life clean. So I would really say that like a meditation, meditative lifestyle is the key to feel and to live a more ecological life. Then there are other values which are equally important. For example, as I already mentioned, empathy, connection, care, responsibility, alignment with your values. These are all part of an aware mind, you know. And how do you develop self-awareness? Through a meditative lifestyle. So this is my recipe for an ecological life. Now, what is your recipe for an ecological life and how did you develop this recipe?
Well, it's as you said, it's a combination of things, because normally we tend to think that to have a sustainable life or to care about the environment, you can make a summary of a list of things that you can do. No, it's like I have to recycle, I have to use secondhand stuff, I need to buy less stuff, I need to, you know, like a list of things, right? But as we are, the important thing is the mindset, right? Is the most important, because if we don't start by the mind, it will be for nothing. It will not last in time, because the real changes, the real, the only way to make a real impact is being convinced about what you're doing, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. So what I propose to people who want to take sustainability more seriously, who wants to go a little bit further and to know different ways in which they can contribute to live a more sustainable life, it's starting by changing the mindset and thinking, what am I willing to do? What changes am I willing to do in my daily life, in in things that I do on my daily life? It doesn't have to be buying one of these passive houses. I mean, if you can do that, good for you. But I mean, I'm talking about really everyday things that are possible for everybody, like choosing what type of food you are going to buy in the supermarket, or in what kind of shop are you going to buy, or what type of clothes are you going to use, and how are you going to manage the resources you have in your house. And the resources are light, are electricity, are gas. So there are so many things that we can do differently, but the important thing is to be aware, as we were saying, to be aware of the importance of the things that we do, the importance of our actions, because we can really make a difference. And this power that we have, it only exists if we are aware of it. Because if we think that everything is the same, then there is no power, there is no difference, because there is no awareness, right?
Mm-hmm. We go back to awareness once again, even if we we see it from different perspectives, but it's still a matter of awareness.
Totally.
So I'm interested to know what gives you the motivation in this job, because I mean, if we think about climate change, many people have this so-called eco-anxiety. So it's a topic that gives quite many emotions. So how can you still do it? I mean, what motivates you to continue in this sense?
Well, my main motivation is to dedicate my time to something that is worthwhile. And I have a very strong values of contribution, of authenticity, of making a difference. And I have learned that I only have this life, even if I believe that I hope there is a life after after this one, but still I want to take advantage of my time. And since I started to work when I was in my 20s, I was doing different jobs because I needed it, and I wanted to take experience to learn different things. And at some point, I realized that time is so valuable. I mean, it's really like something that is limited, right? And I thought, I really want to dedicate my time to something that is meaningful, and to think about myself when I will be an old lady, and I will look back and feel proud of what I did, because I could make a contribution for me, for my life, to improve the way I live my life, to have a good impact in the others, hopefully, because I think that we do have an impact. But what I want to do is to have a positive one, to leave a good footprint, a small one, to damage at the least possible, the least possible. And this is what motivates me, is this to leave this legacy of having tried to be a good example, for other people. It sounds like something like I don't know. Now I'm saying it, and it looks like you want to be something like very transcendental. Or do you say that? No.
Yeah, sì, 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 ho capito.
But I think it's more or less what many people want, is to feel proud of your life, in my case, of my life. So this is my motivation to make these dreams come true in some way.
That
So,
was
yes.
very deep. I mean, I could see that we were touching the core of your person. I had this impression, at least. Okay, so as a last question, I'd like to ask you, then at the end of this discussion, what does living in a sustainable way means to you?
Well, for me, it is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to make things right, as we were saying. It's the opportunity to make a difference in the world, and to take seriously everyday the things that we do every day, since from cooking your meal, to the place, the room in which you are working, if you are working at home or if you are working outside, it's the same. The is valuing the different options, the different moments in which we have to decide. We have to decide what to do. We have to prioritize what is more important. For me, the most important is health, psychological health, physical health. And the good things that we all know, that we all know, those are the priority, like having eating good food, having good relationships, cultivating within ourselves things that make us stronger and that make us better person. So for me, it's really this really great opportunity that I'm in some way allowing myself to have, because working as a freelancer sometimes, and I'm connecting with the real world. It's a bit challenging sometimes, but I'm exploring this world because I really want to develop this idea, this project, and I want to try it and see how it goes. And for now, I have to admit it's the starting, and the starting is always hard. So I'm very motivated, as we said, and I'm looking forward to continue learning from other colleagues, from people like you, from the field of coaching, and so many things that we shared, right?
Yeah, well, thank you, because this session was very inspirational to me as well. And I think we are running a little bit late, so maybe we have to hurry up on with our short advertisement session. But let me say that I really, really love to have this exchange with you, because, well, we have been knowing each other for a long time, but also because we share many values and we actually contribute to a big cause, to a bigger cause, to a higher purpose in a different way. So thanks. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. So
Well, for
now
me
tell us,
too.
what are your what do you have to say to our participants?
So well, I want to thank you too, because it was really nice preparing these sessions and the live session here with you. My proposal for the people who are listening now, and for the people who will listen it afterwards, it's a consultant session with me for free, and I will offer it to the person who contacts me. And this is for people who wants to go a little bit further in their commitment with the way they care for the environment, in the way that they live sustainability. If they want to know more concrete things that we all can do in our daily lives, and that it's not about spending so much money. It's about what we said. It's about changing the mindset and putting priorities in place. So for these people, I want to offer these consultancy sessions on sustainability and how to become more sustainable and more ecological on a daily basis. And it will be my pleasure to share and to try to help these people in all the possible way I have. And at the same time, I want to invite people to contact you, because you also are preparing a very, very, really nice course that I want to know more about.
Thanks. Yes, I am super proud because at the beginning of November, so on the 2nd of November, the second edition of my course on self-esteem will begin. It's called Stimami in Italian, and it's a sort of request that we ask to ourselves, like stimami, give me esteem. And it's a course that I fully thought and fully developed. It is not a course in the classical sense. I mean, it's not something where you will learn what self-esteem is. It is more a journey. There will be a part of writing, a part of painting, some readings. What I noticed in the first session I ran last summer is that the biggest value of this course was the group itself. So I saw different people with different ages, from different backgrounds, and they could really connect and relate because the issues on self-esteem were the same. So I'm super happy to begin it again. So it will last for 4 weeks. So all the Wednesdays of November, apart from the last one. So apart from the 30th of November, all the other Wednesdays will be there will be the course, 1 hour and a half each session, so from 7 to 8:30 p.m. The price for the whole course is 150 euros. And to each participant, I will offer the opportunity to experience 1 hour of a free coaching session with me. So that's very cool, I believe, because otherwise I would not have this opportunity. And I only offer 6 places for this course because I really like small groups. I like to work with small groups. So there are only 6 spots. So to whoever is interested, I'm very open. And so you can contact me in Instagram or send me an email at silvia.giacon@gmail.com.
Well, it's really a very, really good present that you're doing, that you're offering these free sessions. And the course on self-esteem, I think, by what you said, is going to be really covering like very different dimensions, artistic dimensions,
Yeah.
and the power of the group is always very, very appealing. So yes, it was really it was a pleasure to share this time with you. I don't know if we will have time for the surprise. Do you have the time for the surprise?
I have it. I have 5 minutes to dedicate to the surprise, and I just want to show you where I got it. So this is a collection of cards that I received from a great friend. And it's actually they are cards for kids. So how can you say, to educate kids to practice mindfulness activities, but they are actually useful for adults as well. I mean, they don't, they are, the principle is the same. So I chose one card that I really, really like. So I will try to be very, very quick, 5 minutes maximum. So the title of the card is Bring a Rainbow of Positivity into Your Body. This is the beautiful card. And I will give you some instructions, okay?
Okay.
So, and this is called rainbow meditation. So come to a comfortable position. You can lie down or sit and close your eyes. I will not close them, of course, because otherwise I cannot breathe. That makes sense. So, okay, so now let's be serious. So come to a comfortable position, close your eyes, and picture a rainbow forming, bending, and splitting into 7 colors. So I repeat, picture a rainbow forming, bending, and splitting into 7 colors. Imagine a red light entering your body through your feet and traveling up through the legs, your stomach, your chest, arms, neck, and head, making your body feel strong and energized. Take a deep breath when you imagine this red light entering your body through your feet and traveling up through your legs, stomach, chest, arms, neck, and head, making your body feel strong and energized. Now picture an orange light taking the same journey from feet to head, leaving you feeling warm and happy. Once again, take a deep breath when you picture an orange light taking the journey from your feet to your head, leaving you feeling warm and happy. Now imagine a yellow light entering your body through your feet and traveling up to your head, leaving a feeling of satisfaction behind. Now picture a green light, leaving you feeling motivated. Now picture a blue light coming next, leaving you calm. So continue to take deep breath while you imagine all these colors coming to your body from your feet to your head. Now picture an indigo light which brings with it a sense of relaxation and coziness. And finally, welcome to your body a violet light, leaving you a sense of wisdom. Now take few last deep breaths, embracing this sense of wisdom that you just brought in your body from your feet to your head. And whenever you feel ready, open your eyes and come back to this present moment, saying thank you to whoever is there with you. Thank you, Rosa.
Oh, you're very welcome. I love your meditations. Really, I'm a fan.
Thanks. Well, this is mine, I have to admit, but I adapted.
Well, but you, how do I say it? You transmitted it very well. So thank you very much. I for some reason I imagined the colors as yellow. Yellow, you know this dessert.
Yes, the Haribo.
Yes, I don't know why.
I love it.
In different colors. Wow. It's a nice image. Imagining these colors, like all over you, right? Like wow, this really nice energy.
It is. It is.
Well,
Muy bien.
we
Muchas
have to say
gracias.
goodbye. It was really a pleasure, and I hope it's the first of many other sessions together.
I'm ready. I'm ready to do more.
So if anybody has questions, please send the questions, and we'll be so glad to answer. And thanks again for opening your space for me, Silvia. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for coming, and thank you all of you that followed this session. And I hope to see you soon.
Bye bye.
Gracias. Adiós. Chao.
De nada, un placer. Chao.
Chao.